Andrea, you're welcome. Joseph, still connecting.
Yeah, thank you.
We may not wait for everyone to get connected yet because we are time bound. So today I would like to find out any progress updates from the team leads. Octavia, please give us an update from your team.
Thanks very much. Fellow members present, good morning.
Good morning.
Concerning my team, mobile application project, when it comes to recording the demo pitch, so far we have finalized with our slides, which will be read as we are recording the demo pitch. And in a few minutes to come, I think our video will be ready, but personal as a team, we still have a challenge of how to submit that pitch on GitHub. So if you don't mind, I'm requesting for a more highlight about how to submit the pitch on the GitHub. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you, Octavia, for that update from your team. As regards the recorded pitch video submission, please submit it to the @gmail account, and also share it on the Slack channel. However, for the source code, it has to be submitted on GitHub for code review. So we're also going to have a session with Robert to give more highlight on submitting via Git. All right. Does that answer you, Octavia?
Yes, thanks for your feedback about that. But then my challenge still comes.
Yes,
my
please.
Project, it being it's still in the ideation stage. So when it comes to the source code,
yes,
the truth is, per now, don't have the source code for that project, but we are aware that it takes around 2 to 3 months to get that source code. So I don't know how we are going to go about that.
Okay, let me have George give you feedback on that kindly. George?
Yes, sir. So Octavia, basically there is nothing you have other than the idea concept. Is that right?
Hello.
Yes, Octavia.
Hello.
Hello.
For our like I've been saying about our project.
Yeah. So basically what you have is the concept right up and the design, but you haven't begun anything as regards to code?
Yeah, we haven't begun anything as regards to code. Otherwise, our project is going on well, but the code is not yet developed.
Okay. All right, then we'll just keep in touch. You may be in a different category, which is the CSS side, because this particular category takes code as it's a prerequisite. It's two things: the pitch, because that's what the judges are going to use. So that means you'll be in another category, which is for CSA tools, and that will be moving on until next week. Yeah, so let's hope that by next week you'll be in position to participate in that other category for next week.
So for this one, hasn't started yet?
No, the other one inherits from this as well. So some people who have participated in this will also qualify for the other one. So let's hope that when the other one starts, you'll be able to qualify.
Oh. So for this one, without a source code, then we cannot compete.
Yes, because it's just unfair for your other colleagues who are being judged based on source code. Oh, it means that you miss out. Yes, you can compete, but you miss out on the criteria of that relates to code.
Oh.
Yeah, because when they are talking about the sustainability bit, it's basically looking at how you've designed the structure of your program. Is it sustainable? How long can someone keep maintaining this? Or there are points on ease of use by the end user. So, and all that relates to your application. So if there is nothing you've started on the application side, then yes, you can remain in this, but then can't promise much because you can see that most of your colleagues have already gone as far as having a working prototype.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's proceed, but just know that you at least make sure by next week, because this ends tomorrow, this particular session. And then after that, we shall encourage those that may have participated here to also try and see what they can do in the CSA activities and then the extension week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if under this, you cannot qualify to go to the continental challenge because it would just be unfair for those who already have things set. And they're supposed to qualify from this to go to the next competition, which is the continental one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, you try as much as you can to at least come up with something.
Okay, I get
by
you.
the end of today. Yeah.
Okay.
So we wouldn't want to lose you because we've looked at all your activity, everyone's project. So we would want you to keep developing on what you have to come out the way you want it. So just you can remain, but I believe you can come up something overnight, just a structure or anything, something you can submit on GitHub. And as you look forward to also, if you can be ready for next week's activities and the week after that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, George, for that response to Mr. Twesige. Can we have Robert? I see your hand is up. Yes, Robert.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Maybe just to advise on the team for Octavia, maybe they would concentrate on the core functionalities of the application and maybe see if they can come up with them as quickly as possible. And maybe that would, that's just my advice, maybe. Up to you.
I've not clearly understood, Ayusa.
Sorry?
I've not clearly understood. May you please come
I'm
again?
saying, like, if you would focus on the core functionality of your application, then maybe you would have something, as George was saying, as quickly as possible to present. Yeah, because because applications have like different, like for example, a login may not be a main feature on your application, but it's normally needed by other applications. So you can focus on what your main application is going to do, and then come up with a prototype for that. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, back to you, Chair.
All right, thank you, Robert, for that clarification and submission. Next, could we have Christine give us an update from your team? Christine?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Christine.
Yeah. Okay, so for my group, we are done with the coding. We're actually submitting in a few minutes from now.
Yes.
And then we are also going to finish up with the video. So at least by midday, I think we shall be done with submissions.
All
but
right.
Of course, we are still looking. We shall keep in listening in on how to submit and to the directions that you have for us today.
Okay, we have Robert on the line, or rather on the call, on the Zoom meeting, and he will go through that procedure shortly. Okay. So I see Benjamin, I see Joseph. Can we have Joseph present about his team? The progress of your team. Joseph?
Oh, sorry. If you're meaning Matovo Joseph,
Yes.
He's on my team.
Oh, all right. Sorry about that. And Benjamin?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Benjamin.
My team, I submitted the teaching video yesterday and also the source code. Yeah, so we have those two items ready for our team. In case there's any adjustments, it will be from your side what we have missed out, but we have the source code and video ready.
All right, then that's great. It would be good if we all try to include some bit of demo in case you have a short demo, say a few seconds in your pitches.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Andrea?
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, our team, happy to report that we're able to do considerable progress yesterday. From 30%, I think we ended at about 75. But we are happy with the work done. And the source code should be ready for to be pushed to the repository as soon as the our account is added to that repo. Regards the pitch video, the pitch and the demo video. Regarding the pitch video and regarding the pitch and the video, we should also submit that within the hour, was before the deadline that you specified.
Okay. Yes, Anne. Thank you, Andrea. Let's hear from Anne. Anne.
Hello.
Hello, Anne.
Yes, regards to you members. Our team, we had kind of like trouble getting that Slack account, but we are going to submit. We are moving progressively. We shall submit before the stated deadline.
Okay.
But except that we had trouble getting that.
You mean Slack or Git?
No, Git is fine. We already have account there, but help us.
So for the Slack, you should have kindly type your email in the chat room, then we shall send you an invitation again to the Slack channel. Okay.
All right. I'm asking, will the Slack, is it individual or on a group basis? Like
it's
each
a group.
members of the group.
It has to be on Slack.
Okay.
Yeah, I put a link to the Slack account. So once you set up your account, you should be able to click on that link to join.
The link has been posted in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
so.
Oh, also, I believe since you were not on Slack, I'm not sure yesterday you submitted your number for the data.
No, actually we didn't.
Okay, so you can submit the preferred number in text or on Slack.
The team leaders, who is your team leader?
Actually, it's I myself. Our team is called the Uganda Cares.
So yes, you didn't submit your number.
Yes, we didn't.
So so please join Slack and then submit your preferred number.
Okay.
All right. So let's have Robert present shortly about pushing data, pushing code to Slack, rather to Git. Robert. Thereafter, we shall have the lead judge, Dr. Mary Sabagwa, presenting. Robert?
Thank you, sir. Good morning once again, everyone.
Good morning.
I don't know how much time I have. Whether I go through, I don't know which is more preferable by the members of, depending on how much time I have. Whether to go through like a scenario, how to upload to Git, or because we already done a pre-recording for the pre-recording for the what? The pre-recording for how to upload in the test project, which I think right now I'm going to share to the Slack.
Yes.
So I don't know, Chair, which would be the best approach. depending on how much time we have.
You can go through the video shortly. I've allowed you to share a screen, so go through the video, and that should, I think, help the participants to get a better clarification.
Can we see the screen?
Yes, please. You can see your screen.
Morning once again. Each team is expected to submit their code to the UFAAS downstream repo. UFAAS Hackathon repo, which is under the account of downstream. And this video just shows a quick demo of how a sample project was uploaded to that repo. So we assume that I've shared this video in case it may move quickly for any of the teams. I've shared it on the Slack channel, so you should be able to access it from there. So I think that I have a simple demo web project, which is just an HTML page, and I've created it on my local computer, which you can see there. And now what I need is I need to upload this project to the GitHub repo. So I assume also my team is called test team, and each team we have created for you a branch on that repo. So when you go to that repo, you'll be able to see all the teams that are there. So you need to push your code to the branch that has been created for your team. So for me, my team is called test team. So I'm going to upload this project, push it to the GitHub repo. So I will just open command prompt. Then I change the directory up to where my project has been created. Then I create a Git. I create a Git. Do a Git init for that, so that I can now start tracking my project. Then from there, now I have to connect this Git to the downstream. So that command is the one that connects the Git to downstream repo. Then from there, now I have to push it to the branch that has been created for my team. So I'll just get that command, and then replace that word with my team name, which you can see there, which is called test team. So that's where I'm going to push my code. So when I do that, it's going out to pull, and it's going to connect my code with the GitHub, with the UFAAS repo, which is online. So after that, it means now whatever change I do, I can easily push it to that repo. So now I'm going to check out and then start now work on my branch. Then now I'm going to now save the changes that I've done. Because remember, my project is still on my PC. Now I need to push it to the repo. So I just use those two commands. Show that now I've finished editing. Now I'm ready to send. then I do that command. That's the command that will push now the code to the repository. So sometimes some teams that command may work and sometimes that command may not work. So if you get that error like the one I got, all you need to do is to just add some. All you need to do is to add headers. You add the word head in front of your branch name, like that. So you add the So now that means my project now has been pushed to repo. So when you go back to the repo, to the GitHub repo, I should be able to see now that should be able to see the changes that my project which I had on my computer on that repo, which was that file, if you can remember where, and that was the content in that file. So if I do an update on my PC, and I want now to send this change to the repo, I just run those commands. So now it shows that something has changed. So I need to now commit that change and say, okay, now I'm ready to submit this change. Then after changing, then now I can use the push command, which we had done previously, to send that change to the GitHub repo. So we go back to our repo and refresh the page, we should be able to see the updated changes. So in a nutshell, that is all we need. That is all the steps that you just have to follow to submit your code to the GitHub repo.
All right, Robert, thank you so much for that. Quite
so what I will
nice presentation on how to use Git and push and pull code to it.
So what I need, I just have, because we need the names of what? Of the teams. Because I just want to, give me a minute, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
The downstream, are we seeing the downstream UFAAS?
Yes.
Yeah, so right now I only have these two teams, and I would also now at this moment request other teams to send us in their GitHub usernames so that we can add them. So these two people also need to when they check their GitHub accounts, they will see an invite and they will need to approve, because you see they can show they are pending, their invites are still pending. Yeah, and because you cannot push if you have not been added here as a collaborator, you will not be able to push your code to this repository. Yeah, so I think that is all from my side. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Robert, for that input. And I think that all of us are now ready to use Git. And still, in case you have any challenges, please get in touch with us via Slack or the other phone numbers which were shared, and we can proceed to give you the necessary assistance. Yes, Elizabeth, I saw your hand up.
She was just applauding.
I was appreciating the presenter.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, all.
Good morning. Now, next we shall have the presentation from Dr. Mary Zawagwa, our lead judge, giving us an overview about the judging criteria, because this is key to you who are participating in the hackathon. And I kindly request you to be attentive to what she's going to present. Dr. Mary, over to you. Doctor?
Hello, sorry, I had gone off. My network here is quite poor. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Hello.
This morning, your network is buffering.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry for that. Did you say I should present? Sorry, I had gone off. It keeps going off. Can I speak right now?
Yes, okay. You can. Go ahead.
Let me share the screen. Just that page for the criteria. I've been asked to present the judging criteria, and we have a breakdown. There are 3 categories, and each of them will have 2 judges who will evaluate the solution against the criteria below. So the first category will be technology. We have 1 from Hack Lab and 1 from a first country, stroke country. And we have 3 subcategories to assign marks out of 30 points. Technical simplicity. So they'll look at, the judges will look at your project and assess it in terms of its simplicity. And that is in terms of how the users find it, if it is simple or hard. And they'll rate you between 1 to 10, 10 being the maximum and 1 being the least, if not 0. And then the second will be execution and documentation, the documentation that you write and the source code. So each technology judge may award up to 1 to 15 points for properly structuring your source code and documentation to meet the standards of an open source code project. And lastly, how you impress them, or what we call the judge's favorite. Each technology judge will may award up to 5 points maximum at their discretion for their impression on the use of technology to solving the defined problem. So that is a maximum of 30. So the same applies to the second category, the social impact. That has under it, it has relevance, degree of inclusiveness, and judge's favorite still. So relevance is about, it's going to take 1 to 15 points, and that is in terms of relevance of the solution based on the defined problem. So you have to ensure that your project is relevant to society so that you earn the best. Degree of inclusiveness or degree of limitation, that will take between 1 and 10 inclusive. ensuring all targeted stakeholders, all the people who are supposed to use your system or your project are accommodated for without any physical or social limitations. So you'll get up to 10 marks. And then still, the judge's favorite, depending on how you impress them, that would be up to 5 points. Lastly, the project sustainability and scalability. So this is mainly on sustainability of the solution. After probably there's no funding, can it survive without extra funding, extra special funding? Can it generate the funds? That goes up to 15 points. So that will depend on your design requirements to keep it running efficiently and in terms of maintenance after its development. Then the next criteria would be scalability of the solution, up to 10 points. If the solution is based on its design, implementation, and ease to scale to serve more groups. Probably if you are targeting one group today, in future, how easy is it for you to include and expand its coverage to include more groups of people? And lastly, the 5 points for the judge's favorite, which we call the impression you'll give during your pitches and so many other things, the code and other things. So that is a maximum of 30 for each of the 3 categories. So I guess that is it. Back to you, Chair.
Thank you, Doctor, for your presentation. And I'm sure it has been very clear to everyone online now. So remember that at this stage, we are at the national level. So those who will win in the different themes will qualify for the grand final, for the grand hackathon, which is targeting the continental level, Africa. So that's where scalability may come in. So take note of that. And I think from my end, that's all for now. Let me hear from George if there's anything we have missed out.
There's, I think, really much everything has been looked at, and I believe at this point, after Doctor presenting, giving her presentation, I guess it's clear to the participants why we requested for the code, because it was just basically part of the judging criteria. And also to note is that, yes, right now we are in the national level competition, but it's also our interest that whoever wins competes fairly at the continental level, not Uganda to remain behind, but also your product will eventually be taken on by UFAAS. UFAAS will try to promote what you are working on to try to see that it's adopted in other countries. So I hope we all drive towards that. Yeah, and I think it's not Benjamin, someone who didn't have code ready. I think now it should be clear.
That was Octavia.
Yeah. Octavia. It's based on that background, Doctor's presentation, that we were requesting you to try and make sure that at least by the end of today you have something up on Git.
Okay, then before we end, can we all allow our videos to be on, at least for that short of today's meeting? Kindly. I can see Adeline. I can see Benja, Judge Choice, Robert. George. James. Judge James. Dr. Mary. Mr. Emma. Elizabeth. Angela is missing. Andrea, Christine, you're missing. Okay. Good, 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 good. This is good.
Andrea has something to say.
Andrea?
Andrea has a hand up, Sam.
Okay. Hi again, everyone. Thanks for all that. A quick one. We have a hard deadline at midday today, but this meeting has burnt into the time. We had budgeted for some of this work that is left. Any chance that we could have an extension by an hour or two?
Sam, I think that's doable.
Next session by 1.5 hours only. 1.5 hours.
Okay.
So that is 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Kali. All right. I think we can end this here. Happy coding and all the best of luck.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, Sam. All right, good luck, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Good luck. Bye.